Hey guys, welcome back to our Romanian playthrough. You'll notice that it is now the Socialist Republic of Romania. That is because while I was recording the third episode last night for today's video, I decided, well, we're gonna go through Yugoslavia because we need the steel. So I did a war goal against them, and the Brits got involved and screwed us up. So rather fight a conflict with the Soviets, I thought to myself, well, what if we go communist, okay, and then I just bring you guys back when we're the same side as before. The next plan, because the Yugoslavian plan is off limits at this point, what I'm going to do is actually go down into Bulgaria, and then go down into Greece if I can, and then cross over to Turkey. That is the new game plan. We're gonna leave Yugoslavia to the right. Who cares about Yugoslavia? I mean, it would be nice to have the steel, but we don't need a conflict again with the Brits. So we're gonna try to avoid that. So we're going to go down into Bulgaria next. Okay, now we got some civilian factories and some infrastructure type thing. National focus that affects our infrastructure, so we should be in a better place in regards to infrastructure and production. I'm gonna go into the army tree at this point. We're almost up to the 1939 artillery yet again. Again, I do apologize that I had to in some ways restart, but we're in the same place we were before, so I'm just gonna connect it to the same series we had and say that the communists took power, etc. There we go. We're waiting until we get political power to instill the air doctrine guy into our government, because I have a better airplane research right now, but we can't exactly do nothing with it because we don't have any XP for it. So that's why I'm saving the factories so that I can later put them down on airplanes so we can have Romanian Air Force, that which we didn't have when we invaded Hungary. And I want to make sure we have an Air Force this time, just in case somebody decides to get involved in this bullcrap. But I don't think anybody's going to care if we take Bulgaria. I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think the biggest problem is maybe they would care about Greece, but definitely not Turkey. I don't think so. And then I think we'll expand into the Middle East after that, if we get that far. I don't know what the Allies are gonna do, but that's what I have drawn up in my mind right now. As you can see, our build construction is not exactly where we want it to be, but it's definitely in a better place than it was before. So that's good. I'd like to again get 3 buildings being made at one time, but that's gonna take some time. And we're officially not short on anything at this point. I mean, we're short tungsten, but we're going on the steel and everything, but we are trading for the steel as well. But the majority of what we're making is not short. And the reason why I got so many synthetic refineries being built right now in Romania is because we're going to need the rubber to make this airplane I'm talking about. So that's why we're building so many synthetic refineries after this one civilian factory. That's the joint faction, which they will actually let us actually have. I'm gonna see if I can't negotiate a license with the Soviets and maybe produce the Moisen or something, because what we have right now is pretty crappy, I'm not gonna lie. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna start making Russian guns now. So let's get working on that. We could produce our own, but Romanian guns kind of suck. Okay, let's see what we got going on in terms of the infantry stuff. Yeah, we need to get 38 guns and stuff, so. Okay, now we can switch over the artillery so that we're making the better version of it. Again, we do have the license to produce Russian guns as well, which we may actually do pretty soon here, but I actually want to make sure that they're actually going to be better before we switch them over. Let me see if I can't get some better equipment equipment for our planes so that when we finally do make this fighter, because we have the stuff for it at that point, we'll be able to make a decent one. I should have got the 1938 guns, but that's okay. It's alright. We'll get that the next thing that pops up. I think a war goal against Bulgaria would actually be a pretty smart idea, to be honest. If we can bring this under the Romanian Empire, which by the time we take over Bulgaria, technically it will be an empire, because we'll have 2 whole countries under our banner. They are small countries, no doubt about it, but even so, it would still be a nice thing to have. We're actually going to get divisions under this, apparently. So at this point, now we're going to get the 1938 stuff here. Make sure we stay updated on that. And then I'm also going to, once we get the refining tech, we're going to get the support equipment upgrade too. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to draw up the offensive line. There we go. Yep, okay. They're working on the war goal right now. I almost forgot about it, to tell you guys the truth. And they're going to go right for these 2 provinces here. I don't expect much resistance, I really don't, but they might be more difficult than I'm expecting, but we'll see. But if we can beat them, we can probably beat Greece. Once we connect Greece to our empire, then we'll go into Turkey. Actually, now that we're thinking about it, let me pause the game here, because I'm going to want to get some railroads in here so that the supplies is a little better, because it's kind of bad right now. Alright, let's see if that helps with these supply issues. But we're going to have to prioritize the tracks for right now. Any tracks need to be prioritized. Yes, rubber's great, but we need to get these tracks done so that we don't have any issues in regards to supplies. So I'm going to make sure we try to get these tracks done, or at least the majority of them, before anything kicks off here. We do have 15 factories working on, the top one at this point, so it could probably fly through these pretty easy. I just want to make sure that we get the majority of them done, if not all of them, so that we can have the most supplies in that area. Yeah, we're eventually gonna have to build depots, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but hopefully by then our construction speed will be decent. And if we win this war against Bulgaria, it's gonna be a major win for us too. And then I think after we do take Bulgaria, I'm gonna strengthen the Romanian army. Okay, let's get the recon company. That would be actually useful right now. There's something I was gonna get that I was talking about, but I don't remember what that was. Oh, I know what it was now. I'll get that as soon as 13 days is up when we get this field hospital. Alright, we're about to get our field hospital, and I gotta remember to get the 1938 support weapons and all that jazz. So let me try to get that real quick. Get an upgrade for our weapons as much as possible. See, the reason why I'm waiting to strengthen the Bulgarian military in terms of divisions is we do have a lack of manpower. In all honesty, we really do. And so we're gonna have to wait until we get more manpower to even strengthen it, because we only have 185,000 men available. So it's definitely something that we are lacking, and that's kind of why I'm doing wars as quick as I am, because I know I need to gather up the manpower. We also need to get some forces in the areas that we did annex for resistance reasons, but I think I'll start to get the military police or the garrison units after Bulgaria. And we are building these railroads pretty fast. To be honest, we are on 4 times normal speed, so that is actually good. We just got bombs that we can put on the the planes now in the builder. I think I'm gonna continue getting some plane technology for the pieces, parts, and all that. And then when we get the opportunity, what I'll do is I will build a fighter that we can put on a production line. Again, as I said at the beginning of the episode, that's what I'm working on right now. That's the primary goal. We need to get a Romanian Air Force, because if we don't, well, we're eventually going to be screwed, okay? And I don't want to do that. But I also want to have the rubber, and I want to have the aluminum to mass produce these planes so that we don't have a problem. But the other issue is that we're going to have to watch our manpower so that we don't run low, because we don't have a lot of manpower. We can't have a lot of pilots as of right now. So that's the other issue. Let me unpause the game. I just wanted to pause the game so we can talk about that. And we also have more divisions that came in here. So I'm gonna strengthen the forces, which with what forces we did get for free because of the national focus. How much manpower? Oh, we still have 185,000. That's good. Alright, that was actually in the elite unit, Royal Guard division. Those guys are gonna be interesting, no doubt. Reserve divisions, which grants recruitable population by 7%. Yes, we'll definitely take that. No doubt. Now it's just a big waiting game, guys. That's all it is. Support artillery. What we're gonna do is concentrated fire, I think would be great. Yeah, concentrated fire is what we're gonna do. There we go. That should help us out quite a bit. When is this war goal completed? Okay, so it's gonna be completed actually pretty soon here. It's 101 days out of 215 days. So it's gonna be ready within 100 days. And then we'll do our best to kick the Bulgarians' butt, which I don't think we'll have that much of a problem because it's so small. But we definitely need to get some more manpower in the recruitable slot at this point. For sure, there's no doubt about it. Now, what are we doing for building here? Okay, so we're actually starting to build railroads pretty quick, to be perfectly honest, which is a good thing, a very good thing. And we got one last one over here. Can we actually recruit the guard at this point? Yes, we can. The Royal Guards Division. What does this entail? Oh, these are supposed to be, I guess, assault divisions, because it looks like they're built for attacking even more so than the regular infantry. So that might be the play, guys. That very well be the play. What else can we do here? Okay. Alright, we got some up-to-date support weapons, so that's good. Alright, let's get another support company going here. I'm gonna add a maintenance company. Alright, let's actually put the field hospital in there. It'd be a nice addition. But unfortunately, now we are 600 support equipment short. So maybe, well, no, I don't want to do that, because we'd have to, like, sacrifice for, what's it called? For construction factories to buy support equipment from the Soviets. I was considering doing that, but to be perfectly honest, at the state in which our construction's at currently, I think it would make it too fall. It would fall too much, is what I'm saying. And as you can see, the dominant power now is communist, as I've said in the earlier part of the episode. But I figured that was the better route to go, because we wouldn't have to worry about the Soviets. And the Reich is gonna be weaker than the Soviets, so if we have to go to war with any of the major powers, well, I would rather be the Reich. Alright, so we just got bomb technology. How do we want to do this? Yeah, we want to update the engine for sure. No doubt in my mind, we want to update the engine for the planes. supply company. The aircraft builder range would be nice. It really would be nice, especially as Bulgaria. I think that might be, well, not Bulgaria, but Romania, that might be the play. What's the date that this is completed? March 15th, 1939. So it's next month that this will be finalized. And it looks like to me, guys, we're gonna get the majority of our stuff done, which is great, if not all of it. Let's take a look at the supply map right now. Let's get over here and look at our supply map, because it should be better now, if not 100%. It should be a lot better than it was before. Yeah, it is too. That was a smart move. And we're gonna get some depots from Bulgaria as well. Okay, it's the month of the war, so I need to get ready to wreck these guys. Okay, so the Reich has Czechoslovakia now, so they're bordering with us now, which is vaguely concerning. Acquire modern tanks. Okay, now the war goal against Bulgaria is completed, so I'm gonna slow down the game here so it doesn't run away from us. But for the time being, I'm gonna pick our national focus and see what's up in regards to fighting this war. We do have mountain troops, so that's kind of why I chose that one. Let's take a look at the war goal. Nobody's guaranteeing Bulgaria, that's good. I want to take a look at the resource map to see what we're actually getting. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of aluminum, some coal, and then some chromium, which is the most valuable resource that they have in their country. I'm going to declare the war, okay? And then, because the country is so small, I don't suspect that they're gonna have much air force, so I'm gonna attach my air force to what I do have to one of my commanders, and we're gonna set them on air supremacy. I'm going to push the plan, and then we're gonna go back to the army mode and let this war go through. Yeah, we're doing great right now, losing on one side, but overall we're doing great. But we definitely need to strengthen Romanian air force, and that's what I plan to do. I just don't have the rubber to do it yet, but we are winning overall, so once these lines start to collapse, we should be alright. Their center is breaking really freaking hard. It's actually kind of funny to watch. And there goes another battle. We just won another battle and pushed in further, and that army's gonna collapse pretty soon there. We're gonna push even further in. They're really losing on the far right side, and that's gonna be the downfall of Bulgaria. That far right side is gonna be the thing that collapses them, because the rest of the line's gonna collapse, and then we're just gonna push in here. I'm vaguely considering actually pushing for more aggression and see if it helps. Yeah, let me see if that actually does help us here. Oh yeah, that helped quite a bit actually, at least on one side, which as long as we're winning on one side, the better, because it means they have less to defend and it's starting to collapse. So that's good. Now the center's gonna collapse, so that's really good. Our far right side and center's gonna collapse right about the same time. This is going on without a hitch. This is kind of cool. Okay, that center's gonna collapse again, which I think is ideal, to be perfectly honest. If we can get the center to collapse, then the flanks will collapse eventually. But even vice versa, if we get the flanks to collapse, then the center will eventually collapse. We are kind of losing on the far left side, but again, if we can get the far right or even the center to collapse, the left side's gonna collapse eventually, because they won't have anything left. But this is gonna be our second big win here. Took a city, so that's good. And this will give us a border with Turkey, which is great. Now the center is starting to give out. Yep, they're retreating now. Well, actually, a couple of divisions fell back, so it's not gonna be entirely. There we go. Now we've broken, boys. The back is basically broken. The freaking back of the Bulgarian military is broken now. They're just falling back really quick now, which is fortunate news for us. Really fantastic unfortunate news. We are losing on one side of the front, but the rest is falling apart. That's crazy. This is absolutely fantastic. Really great. Because it's such a small country, we're even flanking them to take territory from them. Some of these guys aren't even fighting battles. Let's do a little bit of micromanaging here so we can break that side. There we go. That's what we needed. This is fantastic. Romania is officially an empire now. War's not over yet, but it's gonna be over soon. Got a technology for our airplane, which is great. I'm not gonna... Let's see if we can get something better here. I only get the 1940 engine. Yeah, there's gonna be quite the debuff, but it'll be worth it. Okay, so we're going to squeeze the last couple of divisions very, very soon here. We're being stalled a little bit, but we're still pushing. Wow, wow. Yeah, it's over and done with by now. It's only a matter of time until they fall. Yep, they're gonna fall. Just in a few days now. We're losing, but we're winning at the same time. So once the spots that we're actually winning break, the parts that we're losing are gonna break afterwards. Pretty soon afterwards, too. We should get Sofia pretty soon. Keep fighting, boys. Keep fighting. I know you're low on supplies, but we're so close, guys. Keep fighting. Yeah, this is taking longer than I expected, but I think it's still inevitable. Like, they're not going to change it whatsoever. They're definitely not going to change the outcome, I don't think. It's only a matter of time. So that's why I'm keeping them pushing, because they're not going to stop it. They're holding us back quite a bit, but they're not going to stop it. Come on, guys. That one side needs to break. There we go. That's what we needed right there. Okay, I'm going to cancel the assault and see if we actually can get some of our fighting ability back. Come on, guys. Need a little bit here. Okay, we're gonna stop this because it's just stagnant the whole way on the line. Well, we broke that part, I guess. Which, if that breaks, I'm not gonna stop it. Because once that part breaks, well, they're even more screwed. So it's also the supply situation. It's not great. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna cancel this all because it's obviously not working. And I mean, it might on this end. That's what it's looking like now. But geez, I thought this would be easier than it actually is. At least towards the end. Trying to break this one side. It's probably because we don't have a lot of air force. It's probably making it harder because of that. Here, let me pause this real quick and then we'll come up with a new plan here. Alright, let's unpause that. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna stop the attack. And we're gonna come up with a new plan here.
Gata de marș!
Come on, break.
La comandă! La comanda.
Ah, damn it. There we go, come on. 68, we need that side to break. 69. $73. Holy crap, this is a hard fight. 77. 80. And the lack of supplies doesn't help, guys. It really doesn't. But we're trying. Come on, boys. Yes! That's what we needed.
Ordonați?
Oh, come on. Can't do nothing about supplies. Well, let's clear this out. And then I'm gonna
Atențiune!
get another line set up where everybody's on the front line here. Man, it's taken us years to get through here. But it doesn't help that the supplies is so bad. Let me see. Yeah. It is just absolutely atrocious right here. I'm going to slow the game down so I can maybe do something about it. Oh, jeez. I mean, I'm trying, guys. This is gonna be a long video because I'm not gonna stop until we get this done. Okay. So once the supply networks are connected, I think that's what our problem was. But I wanted to see if we could push through and be okay with not doing it, because I don't like to do it during war if I don't need to. Yeah, now the supplies is getting a little better. And what I'll do is I'll just majorly cut this video down so it doesn't take as long to go through for you guys. But we've been fighting this war since 1938. I think it's 1940 now. And we're just waiting for our supplies to connect. At this point in time. Connect the supplies and then I think we'll be good to go. How many men have we lost? Yeah, we've lost 156,000 to their 157,000. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty comparable right now. Main thing is we need to get rid of these supply shortages as soon as possible. And once we do that, I think we'll be just fine. March of 1940. Come on, guys, get that supplies through there, please. Yeah, the Germans got France now. Yeah, I was being stupid and not feeding supplies through here, but I was hoping to be over before, it got this bad. But I guess there's not much we can do in regards to that. We just gotta try and fix the issue.
Coordonați?
Okay, that should help. Okay, yeah, we're winning on that one side, which is really all we need. Because if we can win on that side, the rest will collapse. Yeah, 84, 82, it's fluctuating. They really don't want to give the ground up. But I do believe it's going to break this time. Yeah. They're gonna lose now. Jeez, that was a long war. Holy crap. I mean, I kinda neglected the supply lines, but that part's my fault. Alright. Bulgaria has fell. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'll never neglect the supply lines again. I'll see you guys next time. God bless, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I know this one took a while, I apologize for that, but I just wanted to try and push through here, but it didn't seem possible. I'll see you guys next time, and God bless.